Food shelves like this one in Golden Valley continue to see new challenges, even as the COVID pandemic gets further behind us. Leaders at the PRISM food shelf say they are seeing a higher need than ever before.
We're seeing, though, anywhere from 250 to 350 new families reaching out for support from PRISM every single month. So the need is definitely still there and continues to rise.
As the need grows, donations are on the decline, and those donations are coming from places you might not expect. Reporter Shannon Slatton sat down with PRISM Executive Director Michelle Ness to learn more in today's Newsmakers.
The food shelf at PRISM is very busy right now. We continue to see a higher level of need than ever before. Hunger Solutions reported 7.5 million food shelf visits last year, and that's what we're seeing in our food shelf as well. There's a lot of people coming to access the food shelf for the very first time. A lot of people that continue to rely on this as a resource just to meet their basic needs.
And you guys serve people from all over?
Absolutely. We don't turn anybody away. All are welcome to use the food shelf.
All right, so your need is up. What about the donations?
The donations is where we want the community to be involved and to be aware. So donations financially are always exceptionally helpful so that we can procure the items that we need. But we've also seen donations from grocery stores, and our ability to receive donations through food banks decline. So as grocery stores are running on thinner margins, we can all see and feel the increase in prices of groceries. This, in turn, that ripple effect is coming through to us at the ground level, providing food resources to communities in need.
So how have you guys adapted to what's going on?
Great question. Our job is to always adapt, and really we want to do the most good. We want people to have a high quality experience and to get the food that they need. So we have adapted some of our services so that right now families are coming in. The amount of food that they get is based on household size. So we really want it to be equitable. They've got choice in the perishable items. These are what people are looking for. They want the milk, cheese, meat, butter, the produce. So people are able to choose those items independently. And we're set up like a grocery store. So people come in and it's really a dignified experience. They don't need to rush their way through. They can select for themselves. People know best what they want and what they need.
And what their family will eat.
Absolutely, absolutely. And we want them to get the food that's going to be most helpful.
All right. And so if there was any message that you would want people at home to know about what you guys are facing and how they can help, what would you say?
The need is very real. While we might feel that we've moved on from the pandemic, for families that were struggling before, the pandemic did not help them. They continue to face needs and greater needs, and people are continuing to access the food shelf for the first time. So the need is very high, and food shelves are working directly with individuals and families in need. Support is very much needed so that we can maintain these services. What we found is that our spending was at record levels during COVID, and we simply cannot sustain this COVID funding cliff, as it's called. We're experiencing it, as are other food shelves and social service organizations.
So people can drop off a bag of groceries, yes, drop off a check, volunteer?
Absolutely, absolutely, all of those things. Volunteers are the heart of what we do. We're so grateful, so it's an opportunity to engage directly with the community that we serve, help to sort the food. We've got a thrift shop. Lots of great ways for people to be involved in meaningful and very helpful ways.
All right, and find out more on your website for sure.
Yes, prismmpls.org.
Very good. Michelle Ness, Executive Director of PRISM, thank you very much for being here today.
Thank you.
In other news, a popular restaurant in New Hope just finished a significant expansion project. Arizona Taco Company acquired the space next door that was formerly home to Chanticleer Pizza. The move helped the restaurant expand its kitchen and seating capacity. But that's not the only change customers will see. The owners also purchased Chanticleer Pizza's pizza-making equipment, and in a few weeks, the shop will start selling Mexican pizzas.
The Mexican pizzas that we're going to be rolling out are a lot of what you're seeing in Arizona, California-style pizzas. It's your traditional pizza with Mexican toppings.
The owners hope to launch the expanded menu on May 1st. A local church celebrated a significant milestone this weekend. Delane Cleveland takes us inside a church that dates back to the time of the Civil War.
On the border of Corcoran and Maple Grove sits a church that's a fixture in this community.
St. John's is a faithful church.
Pastor Matthew Moss has been here at St. John's Evangelical Lutheran Church for the last 6.5 years. A small blip considering the church's long history.
The German immigrants wanted a place where they could receive the word and sacrament and raise their children in the Lutheran faith.
Those German immigrants established the church here in 1864 during the presidency of Abraham Lincoln.
The country's torn by civil war, and we've only endured this long by the grace of God in Jesus Christ. This is a congregation of sinners. If it was left to our own devices, we would have made a mess of it a long time ago. It's only by Him that we can endure.
Not just endure, but thrive. Pastor Moss says the congregation size is somewhere between 700 to 1,000 people.
Some of the original founding families of this church still have descendants living and attending and involved, and some of their ancestors are buried in our cemetery as well. And so those are truly our most prized possessions in the church.
This weekend, the church plans to celebrate its 160th anniversary. The church, much like the surrounding neighborhood, looks much different than it did in 1864. Yet despite all the changes, the mission has remained the same.
These are faithful Lutherans, not all of German descent, from a variety of nationalities around the world, who have a common Savior and a common mission to have their children raised with that same Lutheran faith.
In Corcoran, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
The church plans to have even more events this summer to continue the celebration of its 160th anniversary.